I've always visualized better, and in times of struggle, like driving down in a banger of a car that I had to push start, I'd be still driving a soft top Bentley around beautiful California in my head, and lo and behold, now I am driving a beautiful soft top Bentley around California. So I always visualized good things. I always visualized victory, success, abundance. I visualized it all, and it's all happening.
Yeah, I don't just knock them out, I picked around, John. Yeah, I said this, I'm sure you are probably all thinking in your head, this guy is talking absolute dribble. He's not gonna do what he says he's gonna do. You are probably all sitting there thinking that. But now here we are again, and I done what I said I was gonna do. I feed off this, I love this stuff. This is what gives me energy. Saying I'm gonna do something, putting it out there for the world to see, and then going out and doing it. There's no better feeling in the world than that. And it's as easy as that. Say what you're gonna do, and go and do it. I knew I was gonna be the person to bring martial arts to the public eye. And now it's happening. You know what I mean? There's two things I've learned from these past 7 months. Number one is that hard work pays off. And number two is that dreams come true. And that's what's happening. It's a beautiful feeling when preparation meets opportunity, you know, nothing is impossible, you know what I mean? You can achieve anything. I'm going to continue going on this journey, and if the title shot is next, I will take it. If not, at the end of the day, I already feel like that is mine. I already feel like that belt is mine. So eventually, one by one, I will get every single one of them until there is no one left, and then I will decide what to do from there. But the belt is already mine, I feel. I am an Irish legend, man. I'm a living legend. Yeah, I see myself as the champ already.
Already? You're the featherweight champion already?
Of course. I see myself as the champ from day one. Before I even started training, I always saw myself as the champ. That's how I see myself. I visualize myself already there. I visualize everything. I visualize this conversation. I visualize the walkout. I visualize everything going on. I know I have shots picked out that I'm going to throw in this fight in 5 weeks. You know what I mean? I've seen everything in my head, and now it's going to happen. You see it in your head, you're going to see it before your eyes. That's what I say. Excellence is not a skill. Excellence is an attitude. You know what I mean? And it's all in your head. You know, you tell yourself you are what you are, whatever you tell yourself you are. You know what I mean? And I'm telling myself I'm the two-way champ. I hope that inspires people to get out and chase what they're chasing. You know what I mean? And get after it.
Conor, you've been dreaming about this moment. You've been talking about this moment. Honestly, though, does it feel the way you thought it would?
Yeah, it does. It feels beautiful. I dreamt this so much, so clearly, so precisely, and so frequently that it has manifested itself into reality, and that's what I am feeling right now. It's a dream come true.
Conor.
Yeah.
Over here.
Where?
Right here.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
How are you?
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I was asking you on Thursday about his right hand.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what you told me?
I said his right hand would get him into trouble. It's the shot I predicted. I said he'd overload on his right hand. I said I'd slip. I said I'd bang the left hook, and that's what happened.
You said, I felt when we stared down, I felt his right hand was twitching, which was a subtle tell for me. He is ready to unload that right hand, and I feel that could be a downfall for him. If he lets that right hand go, I will not be there. I simply enter the way I enter, and that is enough. They either overextend or they shrink away, but either way it is not good for them. I will create traps and dead space inside that octagon, and I will walk him into that dead space. But all of a sudden, he will be in danger. How do you do that?
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction, and it will become reality. I knew he would overextend, and I knew I'd catch him. So,
Conor, in February of 2013, we spoke for the first time. You didn't have a car, you didn't have a pot to piss in. All you had were blueberries. Now here you are with the undisputed gold. Enjoy it, my friend. You deserve it. You called it.
Yeah, from nothing to something to everything. So that's where I am right now. I'm just appreciating the surroundings. I think it's important
that you put a conscious effort into appreciating your surroundings. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Appreciate your surroundings and be grateful for it, and that's when good things happen. You know what I mean? But to have that bitterness and that negativity, then things start going bad. You know what I mean? So I think the fact that I have them thoughts and the fact that I appreciate everything and I'm grateful for the things around me and the way things are going, that's why it's going so good for me. But when I was a kid, I always visualize stadiums and like even when I was playing football, I'd kick the ball against the wall and I'd pretend I scored a goal and I'd run off and I'd be raising my hand and visualizing a arena full of fans. And that was something I'd done as a kid out on my own. I like just running around kicking the ball. So I always had these visions of something, but I just didn't know what it was. And then I suppose when I came to these events and I started training them and then came to an event, it was like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do. And then now I'm doing it. You have a clear picture in your head of something is gonna happen and a clear belief in that it will happen no matter what, then nothing can stop it. You know what I mean? It is destined to happen, and that's what happens. You know what I mean? It's perfect. This is the law of attraction. You know what I mean? You have to, in the struggle, you know, when things are going good and you visualize these good things happening, you visualize more good things happening. That's easy. What's not easy to do is when things are going bad and you're visualizing the good stuff. And that was what I was able to do. I was able to, you know, even though I was having these troubles at home, and even though I had no job, no security, you know what I mean, or whatever, didn't know what I was doing. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. But I still was able to feel like it was. I still was able to go into a different, just like use my imagination, like a kid would use his imagination. I was basically just using my imagination, driving a little my girlfriend's car, a little Peugeot 206, and I was driving that, shaking down the road, and I visualized that, and I swear to God, sitting in the traffic and all, I visualized, I'm sitting here holding the steering wheel, visualizing a brand new car and visualizing good things in times of struggle. And that when you can do that, I think that really makes that law of attraction work. I think it really attracts to you more. You know what I mean? Because that is harder to do when you're in the struggle to visualize these things.
In the media, I stated many times, all the way up is a dream to climb above that cage and raise them 2 belts. That was in every interview I've ever done. So when I won the fight and they strapped that Dennis Siva situation, when I grabbed the 2 belts, was before I'd even got 1 belt.
Yes.
That's how much the power of visualization, that's how strong the power of visualization is. I wasn't even a UFC world champion at that time, and already I was grabbing 2 of them and flaunting it in everybody's face. I believed it was gonna happen. I put the work in for it to happen, and it happened. So it's a strong thing, the power of visualization. It's only January of 2017. I'm already the face of the UFC. I'm already the face of boxing. I'm already the face of the WWE. And I'm already the face of Hollywood. And now tonight I'm the face of Manchester. Yep, yeah! And that's only January. That's only January. Well, you see what I got in store for February. I done everything I said I was gonna do. I was laughed at. I was literally laughed at to win that 2nd world title. When I first came I was gonna take these 2 world titles down. Laughed at. That's never gonna happen. An Irish man even winning the UFC. When I said that, I was laughed at. So I said I was gonna win the 2 world titles. I won them. I done everything I said I was gonna do. 15, 16, I started trying to play with that. Start trying to visualize things. I used to drive into a car park and try and visualize a car spot right next to the door and try and get that car spot and really try and visualize. I've been playing with that law of attraction and visualization a long time. So since I'm 16, since I first discovered it, if you can see it here, even the other day, I left my home and I was flustered leaving the home. I had to rush before I had to catch a flight here. I tried to rush into town and I was in a hurry, panicking. I got pulled over by the old Bill in a sweat. And then I hit the city centre and then I hit a traffic jam. I'm saying this like when you feel that rush, or when you feel, you know, it just keeps going and going and going. So I just set and count to 10. patient, and then everything opened up for me and I rolled through. So I don't know, it's been a part of my life a long time. I've been playing with it. I can't pinpoint an actual moment, but I tell you what, it fucking works.
I try and take inspiration from everything, from people just going out there and putting themselves out there, trying to chase something down, chasing their dreams. There's another thing, what do you want to be? You know, I don't want to be anything. I am everything I want to be, and I'm already there. You know? I don't want anything. You know? People say like, I want this, I want to do this, and I want to do that. But the vibe you're putting out is want. You're always going to want. And I always have the attitude that I have. And I always felt like I was a black belt walking in. You know what I mean? I always felt like I was the world champion. I always felt like I already could do everything. I was only telling you about the surfing the other day. I was got the rental, walking around like I was a fucking pro. You know what I mean? But I don't want anything. I have everything. That's a mindset. You know what I mean? I have everything. I have everything.